YouTube Nation, what is up? Eagles Truth here with you. See, I'm starting to roll out the videos. I'm trying to get serious, and I think the main reason why I'm doing that is because I got a better phone. I seriously had the LG Volt. You guys probably don't even know what the hell that phone is. Yeah, under Boost Mobile. That's what I was working with. All right, and the quality was terrible. I don't have this on the highest setting at all, but it's already much better. Now I have the Samsung Note 5 on T-Mobile, so it's like much better, much better. That's a pretty big upgrade. Um, like I said, I don't got this on the highest setting, but and there's not much light. It's late at night. This light here doesn't really put out. It gives kind of like a dim light, and so it doesn't look amazing quality, but that's probably why I'm putting out more videos. Is because this phone is just it's funner to use. It's better to use. I don't know. But anyway, what this video is going to be about, if you can't tell by the title, is who is going to win the NFC East. Now, I'm an Eagles fan. My YouTube name is Eagles Truth. I'm going to pick the Eagles, right? Yes, I'm going to pick the Eagles. Here's why. I was watching First Take this morning because I wanted, they both drive me crazy. Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith, they both drive me up the wall. And Eric Allen was on, and I'm ashamed because he's a former Philadelphia Eagle. I'm ashamed of him, man. I mean, I can understand don't be a homer, but there's no reason not to be a homer in this instance because it makes sense. He thinks the Redskins are going to win the division because they have the easier schedule. We'll get to that in a little bit. Stephen A. Smith was like, and Skip Bayless, of course, still ringing the cowboy bell, which I think is freaking hilarious. Which, by the way, he contradicted himself. He had the Eagles losing 2 of 3, but beating the Redskins. And he had the Giants losing all their games. Which is weird because the Eagles and the Giants play each other in the last week of the season. So he wanted the Eagles to beat the Redskins, but lose 2 out of 3, which means losing to New York. But he wanted New York to lose out, which we both can't lose to each other. So no one caught that. Go watch the video. It's on YouTube, ESPN. It was funny, his reasoning. So it can't happen. But regardless, Dallas is still mathematically alive. I just think it's hilarious. Like, they're done. Okay, they're done. Stop. But anyway, hopefully they'll be mathematically done this coming week. That would be great. But I'm just tired of hearing about it. It's like it's a 3-team race right now. Which makes it even worse because we had 3 games against the Dolphins, Bucks, and Lions. And Eagles fans, we were thinking 3-game winning streak. I mean, we just beat, who was it? Cowboys and I can't remember, but we felt good about ourselves, and we were playing 3 bad teams. We lost all 3 of them, and here we are, tied for first in the division, 3 weeks left. I think the Eagles are in the driver's seat, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But just imagine, it would be basically almost over. It would be basically almost over if the Eagles could have just won 1 or 2 or heck all 3, but like even 2 or 1 of those, like that would have. Oh my god. Oh my god. It hurts. It hurts. I know every team has things that we should have beat this team. We should have beat this team. But this isn't a scenario standpoint. This is like these teams were terrible, and it was just like. Anyway, it just hurts to rethink about that. Like just coming up with 1 or 2 of those, and it been. Anyway, here's why Eric Allen on First Take was wrong picking the Redskins. No, I'm not saying he's wrong. Like the Redskins won't win the division. I'm not saying that the Redskins could win the division, just like the Giants, just like the Eagles. But why his reasoning of the Redskins have an easier schedule. Here's why. Because the Redskins' schedule is the Buffalo Bills, us, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Dallas Cowboys, who already beat them, by the way. Our schedule is the Arizona Cardinals, the Washington Redskins, and the New York Giants, who we already beat. So basically, the big difference in the Eagles and Redskins' schedule, as far as the difference in difficulty, is next week. They have the Bills, who I think probably will still beat the Redskins, actually. And we have the Cardinals, clearly even a better team. But here's the thing. The Eagles are the only team out of the three that can lose next week and still control their own destiny. Meaning, just win their next two and you still win the division. The Redskins can't say that. If they lose against the Bills, they can't, just winning the next two isn't enough. They would need help. The Giants lose next week. They can't just win the next two and that's whatever. They need help. You know what I mean? So that's why the difference in schedule doesn't mean anything. The Giants, however, now they have the toughest schedule remaining. They have the toughest schedule remaining, absolutely. The Vikings they're getting it done, and you add the fact that the Giants really can't rush the passer that well, and their defense is garbage. And Minnesota has a good defense to try to neutralize and contain the Giants' offense. It looks like a bad matchup for the Giants, and I'm pretty sure they're going to lose against the Panthers. And then they face us, who seems that look at the history of the Eagles and Giants, like the last 10, 12, hell, 15 games. Like, we seem to have their number. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely, we have Tom Coughlin's number. It's unbelievable. Because, their potency on offense scares me. I haven't really been looking at their games. They say that no other receivers really been stepping up outside of Odell Beckham. But I just look at what they can get accomplished offensively, and it scares me. Especially against our defense and secondary. But for whatever reason, we just have our way with them. I don't know. I need to stop fearing the Giants until they give me reason to fear them, because we just always take care of business against them. It's unbelievable. So, to Eagles fans out there, there's two ways we can win the division. One way deems Week 17 meaningless. In other words, we have already got the division locked up and won before Week 17 starts. That'd be pretty awesome. Here's how that happens. We beat the Cardinals. The Giants lose to the Panthers. We beat the Redskins, and the Giants lose to the Vikings. So, next week, we need to beat the Cardinals. Giants need to lose to the Panthers. Week 16, the week after, we need to beat the Skins, and the Giants need to lose to the Vikings. Those are the four things that need to happen, and then we already win the division. We don't need to even worry about playing the Giants. I mean, we'll play them, but we can rest our star. We would whatever we want to do, okay? 3 of those, not only can I see happen, if you held a gun to my head, I would predict to happen. And that is the Giants losing to the Panthers, the Giants losing to the Vikings, and us beating the Redskins. That's what I would predict. The one thing in that I would not predict is us beating the Cardinals. I don't think we'll beat the Cardinals. I'm predicting the Cardinals to win, to beat us. Now, I can see us beating them a lot easier after the last 2 weeks. We've come together as a team. I don't know if it's Sam Bradford or what it is, but we're looking better as a team. Penalties still need to come down. Need to get DeMarco Murray just out of the offense. Just every time he comes in, it's not working. Just get him out, please. It's like a wasted down every time you have him in there. And we get too conservative when we have a lead at the end of the game. And receivers need to actually catch passes. I can see us beating them because we do seem to play the Cardinals tough. We beat them 2 years ago in 2013. Last year we should have beaten them. We were like 1 or 2 yards away from winning the game. It's like, oh. So we do play them tough, and they have been slipping a little bit. The Cardinals have been playing a lot softer as of late. So, and it's at our place. They're coming east. It's a late game, so it kind of minimizes the effect of a West Coast team coming east. But still, a West Coast team coming east. The Link hopefully will be rocking. I can see us beating them. I can see it. Like, it's not completely unbelievable to me as it would have been like 2 weeks ago. But I still can't pick the Eagles. I can't. But if we do beat the Cardinals, I think next week's going to be for the division. Now, the other way, because I spent too much time on scenario 1 of winning the division, the other way the Eagles can win the division is, lose tomorrow, Sunday night against the Cardinals, lose, and then beating the Redskins and the Giants. We win the division. We don't need anybody to lose or anything. Just beat the Redskins and the Giants, we win. So that's why I'm saying the Eagles are kind of in the driver's seat. The Redskins, they need to either win out or, they can lose, but then they would need stuff to happen. We can lose and still control our own destiny. So, oh man, I hate putting faith out there. I hate giving my hopes up for this team. Because you don't know if they're just going to shit the bed again. And that offense still isn't quite where I want it to be. Let's be real. I mean, has there been one game? Now, I think Sam Bradford's playing really good. But receivers need to catch the ball. We need to stop having these holding penalties, yada, yada, yada. Stop being predictable on offense. Murray needs to stop getting negative yardage or no gains. The list goes on and on and on. I don't know if there's been one game where we exploded offensively. I'm trying to think. Like yardage wise. Like maybe Dallas, maybe? I don't know. Like trying to think. It's always been kind of like, There's been a couple defensive games against the Saints, against the Giants. There's been some defensive games where it's like, damn. But I don't know if there's really been an offensive breakout yet. I don't know. Anyway, this video is already too long. It's like 12 minutes long. That's it. I think the Eagles will win the division. I was rooting for the Dolphins, but oh well. It's what you get when you root for a bad team. When you root for bad teams will find creative ways to lose. I thought the Dolphins had that game, and stupid. But all right, guys. I'll be watching. Eagles fans, we don't have to beat the Arizona Cardinals. If we lose, it's not the end of the world. Now, if we lose because they absolutely destroy us, like 45-0 or something crazy like that, ouch. Because that's going to, even though result-wise it doesn't hurt us, we still beat the Redskins and Giants, we win the division. But from a confidence standpoint, that's going to just shatter everything. But if we lose, modestly, like 35, 28 even, lose by a touchdown hell, even if we lose by like 10 points. If it's 10 points or less, I think, whatever. But if we get blown out, that, it's not good. But if we win next week, Panthers should definitely take care of the Giants. So it's basically like beat the Skins and just Vikings handle your business. Vikings just handle your business. All right, guys. Peace out.